Tea time. Did y'all hear about the single mother who was through with dating? She was tired of it, so she decided to become celibate and just enjoy her life and get realigned back with the Lord. So she joined the church, and everything was going great. At the church, she met a man there who was fine as all outdoors, and they connected and they started dating, and things were going so well that they got married. Yes, honey. So they got married. They started living together. They were very business minded. So they were trying to start all these different businesses, but the businesses weren't flourishing, and they ended up being homeless. Yes, homeless, honey. So he had a child from another woman. She had already had her child, but they was together and they was gonna try to work it and make it through. While they was going through this homeless situation, she heard about a kind of like a seminar for people who were financially wanted to learn how to be financially stable. So she went to the seminar and she ended up learning a lot of things about how to start a business and how to budget and just how to get your finances in order. So with that, he suggested that she go ahead and start teaching what she's learning. And we all know if you want to make some real money, you got to teach people how to make money. That's how you do it. And guess what? It ended up being so financially prosperous for them that she was able to move them up out of their homeless situation into a big old beautiful house. I'm talking about upgraded their whole situation. As she was building her clientele and she was building her brand, she was doing it big. I'm talking about they was going to Red Lobster, doing whatever they want, ordering whatever they want in the meal. So how about next thing you know, he on the news and he's talking about, I can't believe my wife was murdered. He talking about how she was so supportive and supporting him and pushing him to start his own business, and he wouldn't have did it without her, and he can't believe somebody would want to murder her. It was like, what? So as the investigation was going on, he's telling a story that him and his homeboy was home in the evening one time while his wife was upstairs in their bed in their big beautiful house and she was asleep. He said that a man in a mask came running into the house where him and his homeboy was hanging out, made them lay on the floor at gunpoint, ran upstairs, and boop, popped her in the head. And once the masked man ran out the door, he ran upstairs to see if his wife was all right, and she was in bed covered in, and she was not alive anymore. So the police are investigating, they can't believe this, and they're wondering who in the world would be her enemy like that. Like, she was a well-liked person. People looked up to her. She had become so financially prosperous, but they had said just a few hours before the incident happened, she had posted on Facebook talking about, we went from homelessness to flourishing six-figure income, and I can show you how I'm so blessed and proud of everything. So they was like, maybe somebody was jealous. That could have been a motive. Until another person, one of their friends, called the police and said, that's a whole different story. You see him on the news talking about how great she was, but that's what it was going on behind the scenes. So actually behind the scenes, the friend said that she had confided in her, the wife had confided in her, that he was cheating on her over and over again, and she was tired of it. She had asked him for a divorce, and he didn't want no divorce, of course, because she was footing all the bills. So then she decided not to have a divorce because she had found out she's pregnant with his child, and he didn't want a child from her, and he didn't want a divorce either. So guess what it turns out he did? He hired that man to come over there and pew this woman in the head because he didn't want to be with her anymore. And how did the police find out? Because the guy he was with, the friend, they had saw him on surveillance video from all around the neighborhood, because they asked the neighbors, let me look and check y'all your cameras to see what y'all see. And they saw the friend that he was with that night drop an unknown man 2 houses away before he went over there to hang out with him. So they was in cahoots. And when they questioned him about that, he admitted to what he had done. And it turns out that he paid that man $1,500. That's it, to go and pew that lady, unalive her. But that's not the end of the story. It turns out that after the event happened, the tragic event, he went and called the insurance company to see about her life insurance policy because she was well set. She had a $500,000 life insurance policy. He thought he was the beneficiary, but what happened was she had changed it to her grandmother. So when he called and asked about the life insurance policy, and they told him the truth that it's not in his name, he told the life insurance people, I can't believe she changed it in time.